Stay safe. Stop killing each other. Keep your arse at home. They're the 3 valid points. Alright, safe.
Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So the 16-year-old victim that was knifed to death in Havering Road has been named as Daniel Laskos. Now, the attack took place in East London, on Church Road in Retford Road to be exact, shortly after 6:40 PM on Friday. Now, this was an altercation between a number of school children and college children who all carried knives to a fight. Now, because these people, for whatever reason, were scared of a normal fistfight, they each armed themselves with machetes and decided to meet up in broad daylight in a very public place. Now, it's unfortunate that 16-year-old Daniel Laskos had to die because of violence of some teenagers who couldn't keep their aggression in check. Now, this was an idiotic fight that produced a number of stab victims, all because these people got themselves into a ruckus. Police received reports just 15 minutes after Daniel's cold-blooded murder of a 15-year-old suffering from stab wounds a stone's throw away from where Daniel Laskos was stabbed to death, next to Amy's Park. If you remember, 17-year-old Jodie Chesney was randomly stabbed there in March of 2019. Now, as for this 15-year-old teenager, he was taken to hospital where his condition has been categorised as serious but not life-threatening. And as well as receiving stab wounds, the 15-year-old also has been arrested on suspicion of murder. Also during the melee, a 17-year-old boy suffered stab wounds and was also taken to a London hospital, where he is currently being treated for serious injuries also. And again, for good measure, he was also arrested on suspicion of murder. And a 16-year-old boy has been arrested at the scene of the crime on suspicion of a fray. Now, this situation is so stupid and sad at the same time. These children were acting so lawless. Daniel Laskos was discovered suffering from stab wounds just after 6:40 PM on Friday, and despite the efforts of emergency services, he was pronounced dead at the scene. According to the witness reports, they says the fight involved a number of school children and college children whom were chasing a specific person with machetes. The boy was cornered by a shop before being attacked mercilessly. Another witness said she saw another kid crying, saying that Daniel Laskos had died in his arms. The boy who had held Daniel in his arms while he died was covered in blood and was understandably shaking due to the fright. To be fair to police though, it seems they did a quick sweep of all the people involved in the crime, because along with the people that I've already mentioned, 3 more people have been arrested in relation to the crime. They are aged 18, 20 and 24. What a horrible way to go, to be hunted down like some kind of animal, and out of all the people who was there, you're telling me that there wasn't a single person who had enough common sense to say this was not worth it. And because of this, there's losses all around. I feel sorry for the family members that have to endure the hardship that will come to follow, and all because a group of asinine people decided they wanted to have a fight in broad daylight, when in fact it was not a fight. What it was a heartless and senseless and cold-blooded murder. All I can say is condolences to Daniel Laskos' family. Stay safe.